There's something that you're telling yourself, and it's the reason why your life isn't changing. And it's that you can't, that you're not good enough, that it's not going to happen for you. And I get it. You sit there and you see your life happen and things don't go the way you want them to. There's maybe major things missing from your life that you really want, and you're like, wow, it's really not happening. But that's the thing, is the energy you sit at and embody and assert is the energy that will continue to create your reality. So if you're sitting around and moping about things not happening, that's not going to get you anywhere. And I understand it can be difficult sometimes. I've been there many times myself, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Nothing's going to change, especially if you think about like this version of you that's sitting in this idealized reality. How do they feel? I can tell you one thing, they're not feeling depressed, they're not feeling sad, they're not feeling angry, they're not feeling like, why isn't my life happening? Where is this going? Why am I not getting this out of life? Why am I not getting a partner? Why am I not getting success? Why am I not getting money? Why am I always having to struggle and fight and blah, 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 blah? That's not the energy they're putting out. Think about it. What kind of energy are they putting out? They're putting out the energy of things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going my way. And I have plenty of abundance. I have plenty of what I want. I am successful. I am worthy. I am loved. That's that person, that version of you. So how do you expect to get from point A to point B, of point A being where you're at right now, where you're depressed and you can't figure things out and you're like, why isn't it happening? How do you expect to just magically appear as someone successful when those are not the energies that you're embodying right now? It's not going to happen. That's why things aren't changing, is because you're putting out this frequency of things not happening. And I'll tell you right here and now, external reality is an illusion. It's not real. Your experience of it is real, but none of this is real. It's literally a mirror of what you got going on inside of you. So you can choose those emotions. You can choose to be happy and free and content and satisfied and successful and abundant. You can choose that. Now, that doesn't mean ignoring or rejecting negative emotions, because those things are exactly perfect for what you need right now, actually, because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, what do I need to do in order to get to this version of me? What do I need to do to get what I want out of life? What do I need to take action on, or whatever the heck, in order to get what I want? Well, these negative emotions, anger, fear, anxiety, they're like, here you go. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need. Exactly this. Because, like I say, negative emotions are simply messengers. They're telling you what kind of belief systems are out of alignment, what kind of belief systems you're buying into about yourself that are not true. That's why you feel the negative emotion, because you are buying into a belief, you're running a story in your mind that isn't true, that isn't you. You're deliberately creating a reality that isn't you. That is why you feel negative emotions. So to sit there and honestly ask yourself, what would I have to believe is true about myself in regards to this situation in order to feel this way? That's how you find it. That's how you use that golden ticket opportunity of that negative emotion to let go of the belief and to get yourself back to who you really are, which is joy, happiness, peace of mind, and contentment, success, all those things. Because success isn't measured in external things. Success is measured in you being how you prefer to be without the external conditions, because that's what true power is. True power is, I'm good no matter what. I am happy because that's how I choose to be, how I prefer to be. I don't know about you, but personally me, I prefer to be happy. I prefer to be joyful. I prefer to be happy, go lucky, like ecstatic, excited, like a child, friendly, charismatic, confident, outgoing, compassionate, understanding. I prefer to be those things. So when I'm not, when I'm feeling triggered, which has been happening a lot lately, because that's what happens when you ask for more, when you're ready to level up, you're going to get triggered more and more because everything you haven't dealt with yet is going to come to the surface from your subconscious for you to look at. That's just how it is. But when I'm feeling those feelings, that's why it's painful, because it's not who I am. It's going against the grain. It's not the realness. It's not the realness of who you are. You're not sad. You're not depressed. You're not a person with anxiety. Those are things that you are experiencing because you're filtering your energy through a belief system that is not true. And another big thing, honestly, about getting what you want out of life is not being expectant and insistent, which is just another form of neediness and codependency, being conditional. It's like, oh, I'm only going to be happy once everything I want is right in its place, once everything I want is happening the way I see it, exactly as I see it, when in reality it could be so much better than that. Yet you're holding that better reality back by holding on to a lesser version of what could be. So that's really what holds it back, is not only you're not embodying the frequency, the energy of this amazing version of yourself, but you're insisting that it should go the way you see it should go, the way you want it to go. Now, I'm not saying that you should just be happy and then get nothing out of life and that's just it. No, but I am saying be happy when nothing's going on, because that's how you prefer to be. To sit there and say that you need things to be a certain way in order to be happy, that's not power. That's not confidence. That's not a truly embodied, I don't know what's the way to say it, like that's just not it. That's not the way. You're just being dependent. You're being needy. You're like, oh, once this person's in my life, once the lover gets there, once the car, once the house, once the financial security is there, then I'll feel safe. Then I'll feel happy. I mean, think about it. Wherever you are financially or relationship-wise, imagine if I handed you $100,000 right now, or imagine if I got you into a relationship with the woman or the man of your dreams, or imagine you just got the job of your dreams, or an amazing house exactly the way you want it, out with all the bells and whistles. Just imagine how you would feel if you got the things you wanted. So that feeling, okay? See how you feeling that, like the external was just an excuse to allow you to feel that feeling. It's just a reason. It's just an excuse. That's it. So you can do that. You can feel those feelings before the thing comes, because it's not that, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. It's I'll believe it and then I'll see it. The belief, the energy, the vibe, the frequency comes first, and it's never, ever, 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 ever going to change until you feel like the version of you that's in that reality. And you just picture that version of you, like receiving the things that you want. What do? How do they act? What actions do they take? What are they thinking in their head? What stories do they tell about themselves and about their life? Because I can tell you right now, they're not sitting there worrying and being anxious. Like I said before, what do they think about what triggers you right now? What do they think about that? How do they react? So it's not like you have to be perfect at it. It's not like you have to just immediately get there. But, you know, whatever process, however long you want to take, which you can do almost instantly, you can do it quickly, but whatever process you need to take is all completely up to you. But it is a process of confronting your triggers, your negative emotions, digging up the belief systems that are standing in your way, and embodying the energy, the frequency, the actions taken of that version of you in that reality. I can tell you what, that if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right about that, because you are the universe. If you're saying, oh, it's not going to work out for me, the universe is like, yep, here you go. Here, it's not working out for you. Here you go. Here's more of that. So why would you want to assert that into your reality? Why would you want to create a version of you that isn't good enough, that it's not going to work out? Why would you want to do that? I keep telling you, the pain is telling you it's not you. The pain of anxiety, the pain of anger, the pain of sadness, the pain of depression, those versions of you are not you. You're stepping into a reality you don't prefer to be in. The doubt is you trusting in something you don't prefer to be in. So, don't know what else to say, really. Just hold that vision. Not that you're holding on to the expectation that what's happening in the vision needs to come to fruition, because like I said, that's what really holds you back too. But hold on to the energy of the vision. Be you. Be you. The only way you're going to get to what you want in life and all the things is by feeling that way first. That is the only way. You have to feel that way first. And to feel that way, you have to let go of the beliefs in you right now that do not match up with that version of you. That's the way. And yeah, that's basically all I have for you today. So as always, thank you so much for watching.